History Month you find
Ridiculous.
why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours?
February means is officially Black History Month, a federally recognized celebration that gives every American a chance to reflect on how African American achievements have contributed to U.S. history.
Step back into the corridors of history, and you'll discover a narrative often obscured in the shadows of misconceptions. Beyond the prevalent portrayal of black men in the 1900s as slaves, there exists a rich tapestry of success stories, resilience, and untold triumphs. Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, a Haitian-American visionary, stands as the overlooked founder of Chicago, his story hidden from mainstream narratives. Du Sable's tale unfolds as a testament to entrepreneurship and cultural influence, challenging the stereotypical views of his era. Yet, his name remains shrouded in obscurity, prompting us to question why such pivotal figures are omitted from historical discourse. Delve deeper, and you'll encounter a league of black millionaires who defied the prevailing narratives of their time. William Alexander Ladysdorff, a trailblazing businessman; John Carruthers Stanley, a free black man navigating the complexities of the pre-Civil War South; Jeremiah Hamilton, the Prince of Wall Street. Challenging racial barriers in finance, James Forten, a prosperous sailmaker and abolitionist; and Robert Reed Church, an influential entrepreneur. Their stories echo the resilience, success, and influence often concealed in the archives of history. Unearthing these narratives challenges the conventional narrative and reveals the hidden truths about black men in the 1900s, a testament to their resilience, entrepreneurship, and enduring legacy. Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, a pivotal figure in the early history of Chicago, was born in the mid-18th century. His exact birth date and place remain elusive, but historians believe he was born in Saint-Marc, a port town in the French colony of Saint-Domingue, now known as Haiti. Du Sable's heritage is rooted in the complex tapestry of colonial Saint-Domingue, marked by the fusion of African, French, and indigenous influences. The son of a French mariner and an enslaved African woman, Du Sable inherited a diverse cultural background that would later play a significant role in shaping his identity and actions. Growing up in a society characterized by racial hierarchies and social divisions, Du Sable experienced the intersection of different cultural elements, a crucible that would mold his worldview and resilience. The cultural influences of Haiti during Du Sable's formative years are vital to understanding the man he would become. The African traditions passed down from his mother, combined with the French colonial customs, contributed to a unique blend of perspectives that set him apart as a person of remarkable adaptability and cultural richness. Du Sable's journey to the American frontier is a tale of resilience, adaptation, and the pursuit of opportunities. In the mid-18th century, the political landscape in Saint-Domingue was tumultuous, with conflicts arising from both internal unrest and external pressures. Seeking a better life, Du Sable embarked on a journey that would lead him to the heart of the North American continent. His arrival on the shores of the Great Lakes region marked the beginning of a remarkable chapter in Du Sable's life. Records suggest that he first settled in the region that would later become Chicago, establishing himself as a fur trader. The exact details of his journey and the reasons behind choosing this particular area for settlement are subjects of historical speculation. But what is evident is Du Sable's vision and foresight in recognizing the potential of this frontier land. The journey to the American frontier in the late 18th century was fraught with challenges. Du Sable navigated through the wilderness, encountering diverse indigenous communities and establishing connections that would prove instrumental in his later endeavors. His ability to adapt to the unfamiliar terrain and engage with the local populations showcased not only his survival skills, but also his capacity for cultural understanding and collaboration. Sable's entrepreneurial spirit came to the fore as he became deeply involved in the fur trade, a cornerstone of the economic activities in the frontier regions. The fur trade, dominated by European colonists and indigenous peoples, presented a complex and competitive landscape. Sable, however, demonstrated a remarkable acumen for business, leveraging his linguistic skills, cultural fluency, and strategic thinking to carve a niche for himself. His trading post on the banks of the Chicago River became a hub of economic activity. Sable engaged in the exchange of furs, establishing trade networks that spanned across communities and regions. His success in the fur trade was not only a testament to his business acumen, but also a reflection of his ability to bridge cultural divides and build trust among diverse groups. In a time when the fur trade was central to the economic dynamics of the frontier, Sable's enterprise thrived. His trading post became a vital link between European settlers, indigenous communities, and the broader network of fur traders. Sable's business ventures not only contributed to his personal prosperity, but also played a role in the economic development of the burgeoning frontier settlement. Sable's impact on the cultural development of Chicago is immeasurable. His interactions with indigenous communities went beyond economic transactions. They involved a genuine exchange of ideas, customs, and traditions. Sable's ability to navigate the complexities of cultural diversity and forge meaningful connections set the stage for a harmonious coexistence that would shape the city's ethos. Sable's role in fostering cultural exchange extended to his interactions with European settlers as well. His trading post became a meeting point for people of varied backgrounds, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and traditions. Sable's open-mindedness and appreciation for diverse cultures contributed to the inclusive atmosphere that began to define Chicago. In addition to his personal relationships, Sable actively supported cultural endeavors in the community. His patronage of local artists, musicians, and craftsmen contributed to the flourishing cultural scene in early Chicago. The echoes of this cultural legacy continue to reverberate in the city's identity, underscoring the importance of Sable's contributions beyond the realm of commerce. Despite his significant contributions, Sable's legacy faced periods of neglect and historical oversight. However, the late 20th century witnessed a resurgence of interest in his life and achievements. The city of Chicago recognized Sable's foundational role in its history by naming a museum, a bridge, and a harbor in his honor. In 2019, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a bill designating the third Monday in October as Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable Day, a state holiday to honor his contributions to the development of Chicago. This acknowledgement reflects a broader societal awareness of the importance of recognizing and celebrating diverse voices in shaping the narrative of American history. Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable's life journey from the shores of Haiti to the frontier of North America is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of cultural exchange. His early life in Saint-Domingue, marked by a blend of African and French influences, laid the foundation for his later ability to bridge cultural gaps in the American frontier. Sable's entrepreneurial ventures in the fur trade showcased not only his economic prowess, but also his capacity to build connections across cultural divides. His cultural contributions to the early development of Chicago, through relationships with indigenous communities and support for local arts, left an indelible mark on the city's identity. Sable's early life is shrouded in mystery. He was of African and French descent, and his journey brought him to the Great Lakes region. It was in the late 1770s that he established a trading post at the mouth of the Chicago River, laying the foundations for the city's development. Sable's family life was as diverse as his own heritage. In the late 1770s, he married a Potawatomi woman named Kitty Hawa, also known as Catherine. Their union reflected the cultural and social dynamics of the time, exemplifying the intercultural connections that played a crucial role in the early history of the United States. Sable and Kitty Hawa had 2 children together, a son named Gene and a daughter named Suzanne. This family unit formed a unique and culturally rich microcosm in the heart of the Great Lakes region. The Sable family lived harmoniously, contributing not only to their own well-being but also to the burgeoning community around them. Sable's trading post became a focal point for fur trading and commerce, attracting a diverse group of settlers and traders to the area. His family, therefore, was not only a personal support system, but also an integral part of the economic and social fabric of the developing community. Despite Sable's significant contributions to the establishment and growth of Chicago, his historical legacy faced neglect and erasure for various reasons. The systemic factors that led to his omission from mainstream historical narratives can be traced back to the prevailing biases and prejudices of the time. Firstly, Sable's racial and ethnic background may have played a role in his historical erasure. As an individual of African and French descent, he existed at the intersection of multiple marginalized identities. The historical narrative of early America, often shaped by Eurocentric perspectives, tended to overlook or downplay the contributions of individuals who did not fit into the dominant cultural narrative. Secondly, the cultural bias against indigenous peoples also contributed to the neglect of Sable's legacy. His marriage to Kitty Hawa and his close ties with the Potawatomi community challenged the prevailing Eurocentric views of superiority. This cultural bias perpetuated the exclusion of Sable from mainstream historical accounts. Furthermore, the historical narrative was often shaped by those in positions of power, and Sable's trading post was seen as a threat to the economic interests of European settlers who sought to control trade in the region. Consequently, there was a deliberate effort to marginalize and overshadow Sable's role in the development of Chicago. In recent years, there has been a commendable shift towards recognizing and celebrating Jean-Baptiste Poindexter's legacy. Efforts to acknowledge his contributions have taken various forms, ranging from commemorations and monuments to educational programs that aim to reintegrate his story into mainstream history. Commemorative events and monuments have been established to honor Sable's memory and contributions. For instance, the Sable Museum of African American History in Chicago serves as a tribute to his legacy, showcasing African American history and culture. The museum provides a platform for preserving and sharing the stories of African Americans, including Sable, who played a vital role in shaping the nation's history. In addition to physical commemorations, educational initiatives have been implemented to ensure that Sable's story is included in historical curricula. Schools and universities are incorporating his contributions into their teachings, fostering a more inclusive understanding of the nation's history. This educational outreach not only corrects historical omissions, but also helps build a more comprehensive and accurate narrative of America's past. Community-driven efforts have also played a crucial role in bringing Sable's legacy to the forefront. Local organizations, historians, and advocates have worked tirelessly to raise awareness about his contributions and to ensure that his story is an integral part of the city's identity. These grassroots movements have contributed significantly to the contemporary recognition of Sable's importance in the history of Chicago. The importance of integrating Jean-Baptiste Poindexter's story into mainstream historical education cannot be overstated. Reimagining history requires a concerted effort to challenge and correct historical omissions, providing a more nuanced and accurate understanding of America's past. Sable's story is not just a footnote in history, but a crucial chapter that adds depth and complexity to the narrative. Including his contributions in educational curricula helps dismantle the Eurocentric biases that have dominated historical accounts for centuries. It challenges the notion that history is a linear progression solely driven by European settlers and highlights the collaborative efforts of individuals from diverse backgrounds. Furthermore, Reimagining history involves acknowledging the interconnectedness of different cultures and communities. Sable's marriage to a Potawatomi woman and his active engagement with indigenous peoples exemplify the rich tapestry of cultural exchange that shaped early America. Integrating these narratives into history education fosters a sense of inclusivity and promotes a more accurate portrayal of the nation's multicultural origins. Beyond the classroom, reimagining history requires a commitment to preserving and promoting diverse historical narratives. Museums, cultural institutions, and public spaces play a crucial role in this process. Monuments and memorials dedicated to figures like Sable not only honor their contributions, but also serve as visible reminders of the need for a more inclusive historical narrative. The family life and legacy of Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable are integral parts of the early history of Chicago. His marriage to a Potawatomi woman, his role as a father, and his contributions to trade and commerce were foundational in shaping the city. Historical erasure, rooted in racial and cultural biases, led to the neglect of Sable's significance in mainstream narratives. However, contemporary recognition efforts, including commemorations and educational initiatives, are working towards rectifying these omissions. Reimagining history involves integrating Sable's story into mainstream education, challenging historical biases, and fostering a more comprehensive understanding of America's past. By doing so, we honor not only the legacy of Sable, but also the diverse contributions of individuals who have been marginalized in traditional historical accounts. William Alexander Leidesdorff. William Alexander Leidesdorff's story begins with his early life and heritage, a tapestry woven with threads of diversity and cultural richness. Born on October 23, 1810, in St. Croix, then part of the Danish West Indies, he was the son of a Danish sugar planter and a mother of African and Danish descent. This unique blend of African and European heritage would profoundly shape Leidesdorff's identity and perspective. Growing up in a multicultural household, Leidesdorff experienced a rich cultural milieu that provided him with a unique lens through which to view the world. His early exposure to the complexities of race and class in the Caribbean set the stage for a life dedicated to breaking down societal barriers. Leidesdorff's journey to San Francisco in the mid-19th century marked the beginning of a narrative that would become integral to the city's history. Arriving in California during the Mexican era in the 1830s, he quickly recognized the potential of the region, especially San Francisco, as a hub for economic prosperity. The gold rush of 1848 would later accelerate this potential, transforming the city into a vibrant and bustling metropolis. As an astute entrepreneur, Leidesdorff engaged in various ventures, including shipping, trade, and real estate. His arrival coincided with a time of dynamic change, as San Francisco transitioned from a small Mexican outpost to a booming center of commerce and opportunity. Leidesdorff's keen understanding of economic trends and his ability to navigate the social and political landscape positioned him as a key player in the city's development. Leidesdorff's entrepreneurial spirit found expression in diverse business ventures that left an indelible mark on the economic landscape of 19th-century California. His foray into shipping and trade proved particularly successful, as he established himself as a prominent figure in the maritime industry. The Sitka, one of his notable ships, plied the waters between San Francisco and Alaska, contributing to the burgeoning trade network. In addition to maritime endeavors, Leidesdorff ventured into real estate, recognizing the value of land in the rapidly growing city. He acquired substantial parcels, including prime waterfront properties, strategically positioning himself to capitalize on the city's expansion. His business acumen transcended traditional racial boundaries, challenging the prevailing norms and establishing him as a trailblazer in a society marked by racial tension. Beyond his entrepreneurial pursuits, Leidesdorff was a catalyst for cultural exchange and an advocate for inclusivity. In a time when racial tensions ran high, he actively fostered relationships between diverse communities. Leidesdorf's home became a meeting place for individuals from different backgrounds, fostering a sense of community and understanding. His commitment to breaking down racial barriers extended to advocacy for the rights of minority communities. Leidesdorf, himself a person of mixed race, became a vocal proponent for equal treatment and recognition. His efforts laid the groundwork for a more inclusive society, challenging the discriminatory practices that pervaded the era. Despite his significant contributions, Leidesdorf faced challenges in gaining recognition during his lifetime. Racial prejudice often overshadowed his achievements, and societal norms of the time hindered widespread acknowledgement of his impact. However, the passage of time has brought a re-evaluation of his legacy. In the late 20th century, efforts to honor Leidesdorf gained momentum. The Leidesdorf Street in San Francisco and the Leidesdorf Plaza in the city's financial district stand as tangible tributes to his memory. Moreover, various historical societies and institutions have sought to highlight his role in shaping the economic and cultural landscape of California. Leidesdorf's life is woven into the fabric of San Francisco's history, contributing significantly to the city's development and identity. His entrepreneurial ventures and advocacy for inclusivity laid the groundwork for a more diverse and progressive society. Analyzing his historical significance requires recognizing Leidesdorf as a trailblazer who defied societal norms. In a period defined by racial tensions and discrimination, he navigated uncharted waters, setting an example for future generations. His impact extends beyond the economic realm, encompassing cultural exchange and advocacy for equal rights. In the broader context of the United States, Leidesdorf's story is a testament to the diversity that has shaped the nation. His life reflects the interconnectedness of cultures and the potential for individuals to transcend societal constraints, contributing to the collective progress of society. William Alexander Leidesdorf's journey from his multicultural upbringing to his pioneering role in 19th century San Francisco is a narrative of resilience, innovation, and advocacy. Understanding the intricacies of his early life, entrepreneurial ventures, and cultural contributions provides a nuanced perspective on a man whose legacy continues to resonate in the vibrant tapestry of American history. John Carruthers Stanley. John Carruthers Stanley's story begins in the crucible of slavery, where the circumstances of his birth in 1804 were shackled by the chains of oppression. Born in New Bern, North Carolina, Stanley faced the harsh reality of being a slave, subjected to the cruel whims of a society that saw him as property rather than a person. His early life was marked by laborious work on a plantation, denying him the chance to experience the joys of childhood. The pivotal moment that altered the trajectory of Stanley's life occurred when he gained his freedom. Details surrounding this moment are somewhat obscured, but it is known that he managed to escape the clutches of slavery and claim the right to determine his own destiny. This newfound freedom, however, did not signify an end to challenges. Rather, it marked the beginning of a different struggle for a free black man in the pre-Civil War South. Navigating the tumultuous waters of racial prejudice and discrimination, Stanley faced the daunting task of establishing an identity beyond the confines of slavery. The freedom he gained was a beacon of hope, but it also exposed him to the harsh realities of a society that was reluctant to accept the autonomy of black individuals. Undeterred by the societal barriers, John Carruthers Stanley embarked on a journey into entrepreneurship, proving that resilience and determination could defy the odds. He delved into various business ventures, establishing himself as a prominent figure in the economic landscape of his time. His ventures ranged from real estate to various trades, showcasing a multifaceted approach to business. Navigating the racially charged business world of the South, Stanley challenged stereotypes and shattered preconceived notions about the capabilities of black entrepreneurs. His success not only contributed to his personal wealth, but also paved the way for future generations of African Americans aspiring to break free from the chains of economic oppression. Stanley's journey wasn't confined to the business realm. He became a vocal advocate for the rights of free black individuals. In the midst of a society grappling with the moral dilemma of slavery, Stanley took a stand against the institution, aligning himself with the abolitionist movement. His political activism extended beyond the call for freedom. He sought to dismantle the systemic barriers that denied basic rights to black individuals. His notable contributions to the abolitionist cause earned him recognition as a trailblazer in the fight against injustice. Stanley's voice resonated in the corridors of power, challenging the status quo and advocating for a more inclusive and equitable society. Stanley's impact extended to the community, where he assumed leadership positions and supported organizations dedicated to the upliftment of the African American population. His involvement in various community initiatives showcased a commitment to social progress. Whether through educational programs, philanthropy, or community-building efforts, Stanley sought to carve out a space for black individuals to thrive in a society that often sought to suppress their potential. His leadership went beyond personal success. It became a catalyst for collective advancement, inspiring others to challenge the barriers imposed by a prejudiced society. Jeremiah Hamilton's legacy extends far beyond his lifetime. His achievements paved the way for future black business leaders, challenging racial stereotypes and inspiring generations to come. The Wall Street Trailblazers' success underscored the notion that talent, acumen, and determination were not exclusive to any particular race or ethnicity. His impact on subsequent generations of black entrepreneurs is immeasurable. By breaking through racial barriers in finance, Hamilton opened doors for others, proving that success in the business world was attainable irrespective of one's racial background. His legacy serves as a beacon of inspiration, reminding individuals that determination and skill can overcome even the most formidable challenges. To understand Jeremiah Hamilton's journey, it's crucial to delve into the socio-political and economic landscape of 19th century New York. This period was marked by rapid industrialization, urbanization, and economic growth. However, it was also a time of deep-seated racial tensions, with slavery still casting a shadow over the nation. As New York City emerged as a financial powerhouse, the financial sector became a symbol of economic prowess and societal influence. In this context, Hamilton's rise as a black entrepreneur in the financial hub of the nation was not only remarkable, but also revolutionary. The mid-1800s saw the seeds of change being sown, with debates on abolition gaining momentum. Hamilton's success amidst this backdrop highlighted the evolving dynamics of American society. His journey mirrored the larger narrative of a nation grappling with its identity and the role of race in shaping its future. Jeremiah Hamilton's role as the Wall Street Trailblazer goes beyond his individual accomplishments. His story is a testament to resilience, determination, and the ability to thrive in the face of adversity. By challenging racial barriers, navigating legal challenges, and leaving a lasting impact on subsequent generations, Hamilton carved a path for black entrepreneurs in the heart of American finance during a pivotal period in history. His legacy serves as a reminder that, even in the toughest of circumstances, individuals can rise above societal constraints and pave the way for a more inclusive and diverse future. James Forten. James Forten's early life unfolded against the backdrop of late 18th century Philadelphia, a city teeming with revolutionary fervor and grappling with complex socio-economic conditions. Born in 1766, Forten was a free African American, his family having achieved freedom before his birth. However, the broader landscape of Philadelphia was marked by racial tensions and the challenges faced by African Americans in a society that was both nascent and deeply divided. Forten's formative years were shaped by his apprenticeship with sailmaker Robert Bridges. This pivotal period laid the groundwork for his future success in the sail-making industry. Under Bridges' tutelage, Fortin not only honed his craftsmanship, but also imbibed the skills of entrepreneurship. The sail-making trade was a crucial industry in Philadelphia, a major port city, and Fortin's apprenticeship equipped him with the knowledge and expertise to navigate the intricacies of this thriving business. Fortin's journey in the sail-making industry was marked by innovation. His contributions revolutionized the craft, earning him widespread recognition. One of his notable innovations was the introduction of a more efficient method for handling sails, making the production process quicker and more cost-effective. Fortin's dedication to excellence and innovation set him apart in an industry that was becoming increasingly competitive. Emboldened by his skills and vision, Fortin ventured into entrepreneurship. In 1798, he established his own sail loft, and through astute business decisions and unwavering commitment to quality, he built a successful business despite the racial prejudices of the time. His achievements were particularly noteworthy in an era where African-American entrepreneurs faced formidable challenges. Beyond his accomplishments in the business realm, James Fortin emerged as a prominent abolitionist. He actively participated in anti-slavery societies, dedicating himself to advancing the cause of African-American rights and freedoms. His advocacy work became an integral part of his identity, and Fortin played a crucial role in fostering dialogue and mobilizing support for the abolitionist movement. Fortin's commitment to liberty extended to his decision to fight in the Revolutionary War on the side of the Patriots. His experiences as a prisoner of war had a profound impact on his worldview. The struggle for freedom on the battlefield further fueled his passion for the broader fight against slavery and racial injustice. Within the African-American community in Philadelphia, Fortin emerged as a leader. His involvement in educational initiatives, church activities, and efforts to uplift the community showcased his commitment to fostering positive change at the grassroots level. Fortin's leadership was instrumental in creating a sense of unity and purpose within the community. James Fortin's influence extended beyond his lifetime. His legacy paved the way for future generations of African-American entrepreneurs and activists. His achievements in sail-making and his tireless advocacy for equality served as beacons of inspiration, demonstrating that resilience, innovation, and leadership could break through the barriers of prejudice and discrimination. The indelible mark left by James Fortin remains a testament to the enduring power of individual determination and societal change. Robert Reed Church. Robert Reed Church, a trailblazing entrepreneur, defied the societal norms of his era, emerging as a symbol of resilience, business acumen, and activism. His entrepreneurial triumphs spanned various industries, showcasing not only his ability to navigate the business world, but also to confront racial challenges and prejudices prevalent in the mid-20th century. Church's entrepreneurial journey began with the establishment of a small grocery store in Memphis, Tennessee. Despite facing discrimination and limited opportunities, he expanded his ventures into real estate, construction, and insurance. His strategic business decisions and innovative approaches allowed him to conquer industries traditionally dominated by white entrepreneurs, breaking barriers and setting a precedent for future generations. However, Church was not content with personal success alone. He leveraged his position as a business magnate to become a civic leader and activist. In the face of racial inequality, he became a vocal advocate for civil rights, using his influence to challenge discriminatory practices and uplift the African-American community. His efforts went beyond the business realm, contributing significantly to the broader struggle for social justice. Church's impact on Memphis went far beyond his individual success. He played a pivotal role in shaping the city's cultural and economic landscape. His contributions to urban development and investments in underprivileged neighborhoods left an enduring legacy, fostering growth and prosperity for the entire community. Through his ventures, Church became a driving force behind Memphis's transformation into a more inclusive and thriving city. In navigating the challenges of his time, Church faced both personal and professional obstacles. Racial strife and adversity marked his journey, yet his resilience and determination became a blueprint for overcoming adversity. His success not only shattered racial barriers but also served as an inspiration for future generations of Black entrepreneurs. Beyond wealth accumulation, Church was committed to philanthropy and community building. His charitable initiatives aimed at uplifting those around him, addressing socioeconomic disparities, and contributing to the betterment of society. His philanthropic endeavors left a lasting impact, creating a legacy that extended beyond business achievements. Robert Reed Church's success resonated culturally, serving as a beacon of Black excellence and achievement. His story challenged stereotypes and reshaped perceptions about the capabilities and contributions of Black individuals during his time. Church's cultural impact transcended industry boundaries, paving the way for increased representation and opportunities for Black entrepreneurs and leaders. Robert Reed. Church's life was a multifaceted journey marked by entrepreneurial triumphs, civic leadership, philanthropy, and cultural impact. His legacy continues to inspire and influence, demonstrating that true success is not only measured in financial terms, but also in the positive and lasting impact one leaves on their community and society as a whole. In redefining historical narratives, these overlooked Black millionaires of the 1900s challenge misconceptions about the era, showcasing stories of triumph and success often overshadowed by prevailing stereotypes. From Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, the pioneer of Chicago, to the astute businessman William Alexander Leidesdorff, and trailblazers like John Carruthers Stanley, Jeremiah Hamilton, James Fortin, and Robert Reed Church. Their lives stand as testaments to resilience and achievement. These unsung heroes shattered barriers, amassing wealth and influence, contributing significantly to their communities. As we unearth their stories, it becomes clear that the history of Black excellence is rich, varied, and deserving of widespread acknowledgement.